The summer 2021 Xbox release deadline is fast approaching. This week we have more news around the actual Xbox release, and another hotfix has just landed. Or was it just an update? We'll talk about that and more. And of course we have all this week's previews and releases, so get ready, this video starts now. Welcome to another Microsoft Flight Simulator update video. This is where we bring you all the news and updates of the development of this new flight sim. So if you're lazy like me and you don't want to troll the internet for all the flight sim news, this video is for you. So please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you know when our next video goes live, also when we stream next. So we've been saying that, let's jump into this week's previews and releases. First preview of the week goes to the team at Aerosoft as they released some previous shots of their up-and-coming expansion pack for the CRJ. The CRJ was released last month, which is a third-party, highly detailed airliner. It was basically the first high-detailed airliner for the new sim. This new expansion pack includes the 900 and the 1000 variant of the aircraft. As you can see from the screenshots, all new fuselage wings are also associated to this being a larger variant of the aircraft. Aerosoft did mention the next liveries that we'll see with the CRJ will be SAS, Air Nostrum, Air France, HOP, and Sky West. No ETA on the release, but of course we will keep you posted for the new expansion pack for the CRJ. Aeroplane Heaven shared some more screenshots of its up-and-coming Spitfire. The release should be soon as the aircraft is in its final stages of development. From the looks of the screenshots, the Aeroplane Heaven Spitfire looks a real treat. No confirmed release date just yet. We think it's going to be soon, but at this stage we will keep you posted. Orbx is in the preview news again this week with previewing Frankfurt City pack for Microsoft Flight Simulator. This city pack includes 11 highly detailed custom landmarks, 100 custom landmarks that have balance with performance in mind, many enhancements for the surrounding city areas including vegetation and hand-placed building placement, static trains, and also boats. Transforming, or terraforming I should say, of the local landscape has been done, and custom ortho imaging has been included. No ETA on release, but it should be soon. If Orbx is talking about it, it's only going to be within the week, most likely. Moving on to this week's releases, Just Sim releases a Luxembourg airport for the new simulator. Luxembourg is a smaller international airport but plays a big role to some cargo airlines including Qatar Cargo, China Airlines Cargo, and Cargo Lux. Some of the features include hand-placed scenery tiles, custom light textures, custom taxiway and runway textures, correct building placements, and ambient effects. You can pick up your copy of Just Sim's Luxembourg at the Sim Market website. I will leave a link in the description below. Orbx is in the news again, and this is for the release of the Key West International Airport. There is now a couple of options when it comes to Key West in the new sim. Orbx's version does include detailed 3D buildings, PBR textures, realistic night lighting, custom GSE vehicles, and ground clutter. A number of points of interest in the area have also been included. You can pick up your copy of Orbx Key West over at the Orbx store. Again, I'll leave a link in the description below. There's a big radials released the P-40B Tomahawk this week for the new sim. The P-40 was one of the critical aircraft used in the early years of World War II. It was developed by the US and flew by us, the Aussies, the English, and also the Russians. Features include a full native flight model, 3D assets, sound and textures, 5 historical 4K liveries, and 1 special tribute livery. 7-hour historical bush trip which has been included. Nice work including the bush trip on that one. You can pick up your copy of the P-40B from Big Radials over in the link below. And in another release this week, this one is an airport and it's from Roman Designs as they release Ottawa Airport for Microsoft Flight Simulator. McDonald Carter Airport has various buildings included in the package and in and around the airport, along with a modeling of the main international terminal. terminal. 5 hangars have been included, which are all open and you can taxi into. A 30 handcrafted building, numerous objects, and detail ground markings. You can pick up your copy directly from the Sim Market Store. Again, I'll leave a link in the description. There also has been a bunch of other airports that have been released this week. Unfortunately, I cannot include them all in the video as it will go for days, so I've picked out some that I think you guys would like. Time to jump into this week's development news. The SDK Q&A was streamed over at Twitch earlier in the week. This was one of hopefully many to come, and the idea of the stream was for third-party developers, pay or freeware, to ask questions about the SDK tools and features and improvements, and learn, I guess, from the people that are actually making the tools themselves. The theme of the SDK Q&A was around the content of the Xbox platform and porting across content from the PC over to the Xbox platform. Some of the stuff that was covered in this Q&A, if you're not a software developer, you probably wouldn't be interested in, but I did pick up a few Xbox highlights for the release that you may be interested in. First one is the marketplace purchases will be available for cross-platform gaming between Xbox and PC. Not available for Steam users. Basically, they can only do this with platforms they own, such as Xbox or Microsoft Flight Simulator Marketplace. The next one is really exciting. As we know, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 will be available first on the new 9th gen consoles for launch, which is the Xbox Series X and S. However, they are trying still to bring the sim over to the 8th gen consoles as well, being the Xbox One family consoles. Nothing was confirmed that it will happen, but Jorg did mention that they are trying to and they want it to make it happen, which is really good because the Microsoft team went really quiet on this one for some time, and that's the first time that we've heard about that they're looking at doing this, which is really exciting. Xbox Series S consoles do support mouse and keyboard, so simmers on the new console tech will be able to receive a close experience to PC sim experience, so you can just plug them in and the way they go. The last highlight that was mentioned, that the current Xbox build, they were using a Thrustmaster joystick. No model was mentioned, but we may find that the options of many joysticks and controls that are out on the market at the moment may be compatible out of the box straight with a Xbox release. I'll leave a link in the description below if you want to check out the full hour video over at YouTube of the SDK Q&A. Please let us know in the comments below, will you upgrade to the 9th gen console for the new sim, or will you wait and see if a Sobo team or the Microsoft team can make the sim work on the 8th gen consoles? Let us know in the comments below. We would love to hear what you think. This week we received another update for the sim. It would be an automatic update around about 173 megabytes, and it included the new air-rack cycle and the new nav data. Upon release last week, in fact though, the world update multiplayer seemed for a lot of virtual pilots are non-playable due to extreme stutters, which seems to have disappeared with this new air-rack and nav update cycle. So a big thanks, if that's true, to the Microsoft team for jumping on and fixing that multiplayer stutter issue with this air nav cycle. Cheers. A new feedback snapshot has been delivered this week with the development update. This was the first time we got to see the top 48 on the wish list as mentioned in last week's development Q&A. The reason for the expansion of the list is to be more transparent on all the things that have been developed for the sim, large or small. But all in all, there hasn't been really any big changes, but I have included all the bug lists, the wish list and the VR list if you guys want to hit pause and check them out. 16 new products have landed on the Microsoft Flight Simulator Marketplace, with a bunch of more products have been updated. 14 new airports hit the sim this week through various of different stores. 1 new aircraft, 3 new sceneries, and 1 mission pack. Remember to jump into the Marketplace or your profile and download all the new updates, as it doesn't happen automatically. If you enjoyed this video and we saved you some time and not trawling the internet for all your Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 news, please make sure you hit that like button and the subscribe button so you know when our next news video goes out, or our next video goes out in general. Remember to let us know in the comments below, are you planning on upgrading to the 9th gen console for the new sim, or are you going to wait and see if they can get the 8th gen consoles to work with the new sim? Let us know in the comments below. We're going to leave you with a couple of awesome streams that we did during the last couple of weeks, why don't you check those out? We also stream every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Sunday at 7:30 p.m. GMT plus 10. Feel free to drop by and get into some of the multiplayer flight and shenanigans.